Welcome to the Cosmic Dialogue. I'm Mystic Eve. I'm here in Costa Rica at Center of Mystic Arts, where I hold space, temple space, for like-minded artists, musicians, mystics, seekers to experience a very charged, energetic place, heightened experience. We've got all kinds of shit. Check it out on our social media stuff. We've got a Patreon. I've got a podcast. We've got, obviously, this YouTube channel. We got books. I personally have books published on Amazon. Please check it out. Anyway, we're going to get to the Cosmic Dialogue here and find out who we're going to speak with using these karma cards. Yes. We will pick a planet and a sign in a house and see what they have to say with me as the channel, Coma as the higher self. And it's Jupiter. I like talking with Jupiter. He is the boss. He's the biggest planet by far. He's got the biggest storm at the party. Jupiter is, as we all know, all about abundance and blessings, humor, and good fortune. Jupiter is all about growth and expansion, which is amazing because it's interesting. As this area is expanding and growing, there's lots and lots for me to dive into the dualities between the people with growth and expansion as a way to create more abundance for you and your family monetarily because of the growing of the possibilities. And then there's also this realization that we have, as a human race, grown enough, and maybe there's an incubation stage, and maybe it would be nice to leave some wild areas for some animals. So, what kind of personality does this boss? So it's a good time to talk to the boss. Like, what exactly are your intentions for this business, Mr. Boss Man? Growth and expansion is why I say man. Masculine, sacred masculine energy of pushing out, growing. Because he does like to grow. Cancer. That's me. That's totally my Jupiter. Wow. Okay. And what house? Where would you like to be speaking from today? The 8th house. Very real in that the 8th house is the transformation. This is my Jupiter, actually. What does my Jupiter want to say? Cancer is water, linked with the moon, and very much a protector of space and emotions. A lot has come up recently with me about being a water bearer. because there's been a lot of talk about being a fire bearer and carrying a lot of fire and the fiery passion. And the 8th house is all about flames and fire and transmuting and alchemy, right? But this Cancer with his exoskeleton wants to, he just got cooked in my mind. I just was like, ooh, those crab legs. You put that Cancer crab on the flame. Ooh. Cancer, through cleaning, you see the little crabs cleaning the balls of sand. It's this representation of cleaning old karma, cleaning and sifting through the sand, cleaning it, cleaning it, cleaning it, cleaning it. You know, and how much care Cancer has to give in the 8th house when you're being ripped apart by the burning flames of transformation, and that crab comes in with the water and you take a cool shower. You know, it's like after laying in the sun worship, you want to cool down with the waters. Self-care is what it's really thinking. And the King of Fire, the King of Wands, you know, really being able to rule the fire and the passion. Especially if you're working with Kundalini energy. And this is also a very prominent topic here at Coma, is using prana, using life force, using alchemy, using fire. We're working with all of the elements, right? As magicians, you work with the elements. This fire is passionate. It just burns you up inside. But without this Cancer to balance it out, to soothe yourself in water, I mean, the boss would end up burning himself out, which is why I'm thinking about self-care. This boss knows how to self-care and self-regulate. Whatever that looks like to you, whenever there's a major change or a situation that feels like it's life or death, like the intensity of the 8th house, it's very intense. Which I think is why that king shows up. It's like, it's time to rule. And I mean, let's see if the queen pops up, but this right here is asking, it wants to talk about the sacred masculine, the pushing out. Yeah, the 2 of diamonds, this earth, this juggling earth. I mean, we're talking about abundance. I mean, you want to, you know, really call in abundance, which is what really, you know, I mean, I'm focusing on that right now with Coma. Wanting to grow and expand, to be able to do what my destiny calls me to do, which is hold space for people to be able to experience themselves, self-love, have a battery charge location for the cultivation of art, creation, music, dance, writing, recording. Oh, what else? What was that? What was that? The Five of Hearts. I mean, yes, changing of emotions. Now that one, the change of the temperature of the waters from hot to cold. You know, in the physical manifestation, they say that's really good for you. I personally have a hard time getting in cold water. I like water very, 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 very hot. The ones, you know, that make your skin red, which brings me back to cooking the crab. Seafood, which I don't eat anymore because of overfishing of the oceans. You know, I mean, there's a lot to that, but I won't go down that road. The resources. I mean, Jupiter really depends on Saturn to tell him about the resources and what we're really able to use. Jupiter is all about the vision of the growth and expansion. The resources are going to be there. And this Five of Hearts is also, with the water bringing in the emotional state, it's also asking us, it's talking about, all the stuff that we're talking about, changing our relationship with money and abundance. I mean, it's a hot topic right now, is it not? How can we all pull in this abundance so that we can actually have power to make a change? And not even just to make a change, but to protect. Bringing that Cancer crab into the protection mode of places for wild humans. One of my favorite books, I just started a book reading club in the Coma Clubhouse, and Women Who Run with the Wolves is one of the books. Wild women need space. But it's not just like women excluding men. It's the wild, sacred, feminine womb space that needs space. It just simply needs space. There's just, we need places where there are no roads left. You know, we need to protect this space. But we need to change our relationship with money and the abundance and how we're going to use it, and really being able to use alchemy and astrology to get to know ourselves. Okay, that 5 grows into the 6 of diamonds. This is the abundance right here. This is the beautiful bursting forth of the raining down of diamonds in a balanced 6. The magic number reducing into 3 plus 3, and all of that beautiful numerology. Trust. This Jupiter wants to walk into the party wearing diamonds. You know, there's an interesting story I have about a diamond ring that was my mother's. And it really was the last really nice, fancy piece of jewelry that my mother was able to really keep from the time of the extreme wealth my youth. I was very attached to that diamond ring, and she decided to sell it, and there were tears. Interesting that I don't really know the ending to that story. I'll need to ask my mother. Whatever happened to that diamond ring? Do we still have it? Interesting. I don't think we do. And one final question to this Cancer Jupiter that's wanting to transform. This boss really wants to burn the forest down for new growth. And I say that about society, really. I don't want to burn all of society. Don't get me wrong. Bless all of the cities and all of the people and all of the expansion. But we do need to leave space for the wild things to grow. Please. The Three of Hearts. Now this three, the three, of course, that the 3 plus 3 and the watery emotions back to the water. The triangle. This brings Saturn into the picture with the ability to hold together with the rings. 3 is a young number. It's an explosive. It's a child in that it creates the first geometric force. The first, it's a triangle. It can either be explosive in either way, in life or destruction. I feel like these two cards are really asking to balance the 3 plus 3 that equals 6 in. There is going to be a lot of destruction. And there needs to be a lot of growth and birth at the same time. I definitely feel like working with the life force energy that is called prana or chi or vril or whatever, electricity, fire energy, whatever we want to call it. Well, there's water too. Don't forget the water. That's needed in this time of massive destruction and mass extinction of the planet that we're living in right now. It's that balance. Bringing the magic into the balance. Bringing the balance into the magic. We've got water and earth. Flush it all down. Cleaning comes to mind. That Cancer crab wants to clean. He wants to clean. Just clean. Coma has a lot to say about keeping this space clean. I mean, we do live in a jungle with animals and nature, even though I am seeing them. Well, actually, it's interesting because as the houses and neighborhoods are coming closer, it feels like the animals actually have come closer as well. I feel like we create this jeweled island and like, yeah, everybody just gets, the wild things get pushed. Well, unless we just lay down and get pushed into nothing, there won't be enough room for us. I mean, that's just basic observational facts. I mean, then there's a lot of people that say, oh, there's plenty of room on the earth, on the planet. I mean, you know, whatever. We're all just experiencing our own experience here. Personally, my experience is that I would like to start protecting some space that doesn't have roads. I don't know quite how to do that yet, other than speaking with you through the divine, through my spirit guides, through astrology, through tarot and divinity. And I really appreciate your support and your listening ears. Thank you so much. Until next time, whether you're traveling mentally or physically, may it be in love and light. And don't forget the lube, the ojas, to make the rough spots easier to get through. Thank you so much. I've decided to do a little bit of flute flaunting. Thank you, thank you.